Good morning, student. Myself, Manoj Kumar. Now I am going to take your physics class. And in the last class, I hope you are dealing with the momentum topic, momentum, that is linear momentum. You have studied about the linear momentum. Means momentum is equal to mass into velocity, where you have dealt that taking one value constant, then you can say if you take mass as a constant, then momentum P is directly proportional to V. And in another case, this is equation first. If you take velocity as a constant, then momentum is directly proportional to the mass. This thing you have already studied about the momentum, linear momentum in the last class. We have also seen the graph between the linear momentum and velocity. Because P is directly proportional to V, so the graph will be in a straight line. In the same way, if you plot the graph between mass and momentum, this is also directly proportional, then the graph between this will be also in a straight line. Up to here, you have already studied about the momentum. Now, today I am going to explain another topic related to the linear momentum, that is law of conservation of momentum. You have already studied or you know that law of conservation of energy. In the law of conservation of energy, what do you say? Energy can neither be created nor it can be destroyed. This is called law of conservation of energy. In the case of momentum, law of conservation of momentum, what we say, the total momentum in a system remain conserved before and after collision, provided no net external force is acting on it. Suppose here I am taking two bodies A and B having mass m1 and m2, and they are moving with certain initial velocity u1 and u2. In this case, the velocity of object A, u1, is greater than u2. Now, when it travels, you know that velocity of body A is more than velocity of body B. Then what will happen? Obviously, this body A will come and collide with the body B here during collisions for time period, a small time period t, due to which F1 force of body A will exert on body B and F2 force of body B will exert on body A. And again, after collision, their velocity, final velocity changes v1 and v2. Now, in this case, how you will explain the law of conservation of momentum? Means momentum of these two bodies, that is called initial momentum. Initial momentum of body A will be what? m1 u1. Initial momentum of body B will be m2 u2. So total initial momentum before collision इज इक्वल टू हो जाएगा m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now here you have seen that momentum of the body A and B before the collision, that is initial momentum of body A is m1 u1, because you know that momentum is the product of mass and velocity, and initial momentum of the body B is m2 u2. So total initial momentum before collision will be m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So this is the initial momentum. Now these two bodies collide with each other for a time, short interval of time t, and during collision both the body exerted a force on each other. Means that body A exert a force F1 on body B and body B exert a force F2 on body A, due to which their velocity changes, that is V1 and V2. Now what will be the momentum after collision? So you can write it here. Momentum final momentum of the body A after collision will be m1 v1 and final momentum of the body B after collision, that is equal to m2 v2. So this is the condition of the momentum of the bodies after collision. Now what does the law of conservation of momentum says? The momentum, total momentum of the body in a system before collision must be equal to the total momentum of the body after collision. That is, here you can say that total momentum of the body after collision is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So as per law of conservation of momentum, what I have to prove? I have to prove that this total initial momentum before collision must be equal to the total momentum of the body after collision, provided no external force is acting on it. Student, if you want to write it this calculation, you can write it in your notebook, so that I will rub it and move to the further steps of this calculation. Now student, you have seen that before collision the initial momentum of body A is m1 u1 and initial momentum of body B is m2 u2, and after collision final momentum of body A is m1 v1 and final momentum of body B after collision m2 v2. Now change in momentum of body A will be change in momentum of body A will be what? Momentum of the body A after collision minus momentum of the body A before collision. Means m1 v1 minus m1 u1. Change in momentum of a body A means what will be the change? Means what was the momentum of the body A before collision and what was the momentum of body A after collision. That is m1 v1 minus m1 u1. Now rate of change of momentum, rate of change of momentum of body A, that will be equal to m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t. This rate of change of momentum is what? You have already studied. This rate of change of momentum is force F1. Force F1, which is exerted by A on B. Now, first case you have seen it. Change in momentum of the body A. Now we will deal with the what is the change in momentum of body B. So here the initial momentum of body B will be m2u2. Initial momentum is momentum before collision, and final momentum of body B is m2v2. That is, final momentum means momentum of the body B after collision. Now for this also, what will be the change in momentum? Change in momentum of body B. That will be the momentum, final momentum of the body B minus initial momentum of the body A. That is m2v2 minus m2u2. m2v2 minus m2u2. This is the change in momentum of body B. Then you can also here say that rate of change in momentum of body B is equal to m2v2 minus m2u2 upon t. This rate of change of momentum is, that is the force F2. Force F2 applied by B on A. First case, this is the second equation for the body B, and the first one is that, what was the first equation which you get? Change in momentum of body A, rate of change of momentum of body A, rate of change of momentum of body A is equal to m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t, that is F1. This is the first equation, and this is the second equation. Now see, you have seen that rate of change of momentum of body A, that is force F1. A will be m1 v1 minus m2 u2 upon time t, and rate of change of momentum B F2, that is m2 v2 minus m2 u2 upon t. Now these forces are acting opposite to each other, means F1 force is acting on body B and F2 is force acting on body A. It means that if you say F1 take a positive direction, then F2 will be in negative direction. F1 is equal and opposite force, F1 equal to F2, as per equal force are acting of body, force F2 acting on body A and force acting F1 on body B, that is F1 is equal to minus F2. So from equation first and second you can say that m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t is equal to, minus sign you put it here, m2 v2 minus m2 u2 upon t. Now what you will do, here when you open this bracket, the sign will be changed. Here you can cancel the t and t is cancelled here. Now m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equal to minus m2 v2 plus m2 u2. Now you interchange it. This minus m2 v2 bring it this side and minus m1 u1 go transpose to that side. What you will get? m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Here m1 u1 plus m2 u2. You can interchange it, m1 u1 plus m2 u2, that is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now what is the m1 u1 plus m2 u2? This is the momentum of the system before collision and this is the momentum of the system after collision, which are equal to each other, means momentum of the system before collision and after collision remain constant provided no external force is acting on it. So this is called the law of conservation of momentum. Now student, you have seen that law of conservation momentum. Once again I am repeating the statement. The total momentum of a system of bodies remain constant if no external unbalanced force is acting on the system. Means total momentum of the system remain constant if no unbalanced force, means no external force. Here we are talking about the unbalanced force. You have already studied about the unbalanced force. Unbalanced force means the force when the number of forces acting on a body and the resultant force is not zero, that is called unbalanced force. So the total momentum of the system remain constant before collision and after collision provided no net external unbalanced force is acting on it. That is initial momentum of the body, that is m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Total initial momentum of these two body must be equal to the final momentum of the body, that is m1 v1 plus m2 v2, that after collision this both the quantity will remain equal provided no external unbalanced force is acting on the body. This is called the law of conservation of momentum. There are applications also related to the law of conservation of momentum. We will deal with the application in the next class and with the numerical based on this topic. Thank you, student. Have a nice day. You should remain safe, healthy and hygiene. All the best. We will meet you again in the next class.